I have built my own AI chatbot in Python, but this one is different. It remembers everything I say. Watch here. I am telling it my name. Now I ask it what's my name. It remembers everything. And the crazy part, it is completely free and offline. You can directly run it on your computer without giving your data or any internet connection. So no ChatGPT, no API, nothing paid. Now let's implement this in Python. First thing is we have to install the required libraries. For this, open your command prompt, and the first library we need is the transformers library, and to install it simply type pip install transformers and press enter. After installing this library, the second library we need is the torch library, and you can install it in two ways, either for your CPU and for your GPU. If you want to install it for the CPU, you have to simply type here pip install torch and press enter. If you want to run this chatbot with the high speed, so you have to install this torch library with GPU. For this, you have to go on to the PyTorch website and make sure that your Python version should be 3.10 or higher, and select the PyTorch build to the stable version, and I am using the Windows operating system, and we need the pip installation package, and the language we are using is the Python. And I have installed the CUDA Toolkit 13.0 in my Windows already. If you don't know how to install it, you can watch my video how to install the CUDA Toolkit and cuDNN in Windows. I will put the link in the description for this video. Now to install this PyTorch library with the GPU, you have to simply copy this command from here, go back into your terminal and paste it here and press enter. After installing this library, you will get this type of message in the end: successfully installed Torch with CUDA 13.0 and Torch Vision with CUDA 13.0. That's all the libraries we need. Now let's implement the code in Python. Now here in my compiler, I have created a Python file test.py. First thing is we have to import the libraries that we have just installed. So from transformers, I want to import auto model for casual LM and auto tokenizer, and second we have to import the torch library. I'm going to use the transformers library to load the AI chatbot model and torch library to run it with the GPU. Next we have to download and load the ready-made chatbot models from Microsoft. First we have to load the tokenizer model, so create a variable here tokenizer. We have to use the auto tokenizer module. From this we have to call the function from pre-trained, create a set of small brackets, create a set of commas. Now type Microsoft slash the name of the model, which is DialoGPT -medium. This tokenizer converts the text into the numbers because the AI model understands numbers. Next we have to load the actual LM model that will generate the responses. For this, create a variable here model. Now call the module auto model for casual LM, and we have to use the same function and the same model, so simply copy it from here and paste it here. Next, let's print a simple message so we know that our models are loaded successfully and our chatbot is running. Type here print, and inside the strings, for example, type AI chatbot started, type quit to exit. Next, create a variable called chat history IDs. This variable stores the conversation history. This is what allows AI to remember what we said before, so initialize it with none. Next, create a while loop and make it true. This keeps the chatbot running continuously. Now inside this continuous loop, first we have to take the input from the user, then we have to fed this input into the tokenizer model to convert our text into the numbers so that our AI model can understand this text. Next, we have to fed these numbers into our actual LM model, which will generate responses in return. Now create a variable called user input, and to get the input, type here input, and I am writing these inputs, so I will simply type here me. Next, if we want to end this conversation, we have to tell the system if user input type quit, then we will end this conversation. In this case, the bot will simply say bye. Then to close the conversation after print, we have to type the break to get out from this continuous chat loop. Next, we have to convert the text from the user input into numbers. So here create a variable called input numbers. Now we have to use this tokenizer model to convert this text into numbers. Simply call the tokenizer variable here, create a set of small brackets. Now inside this model, pass the user input plus, now type tokenizer dot eos dash token. It will convert this user input into numbers. Next we have to return the response, which is of type tensors in PT format. Next we have to prepare the proper input so we can feed it into our LM model. For this we need to extract two things from this tensor input number. The first thing we need is the input IDs. Now call the variable input number and fetch the input IDs. And the second thing we need from this tensor is the attention mask. Again call this variable input number. This time fetch the attention mask. Next, before feeding these inputs inside our model in order to generate the responses, we first must have to add the memory. In this way, this AI model remembers the old conversation, then it will generate the new responses based on the old conversation. Now we have to use this variable chat history IDs. If this variable is not empty or none, we have to combine all the old conversation with the new one. Let's create a variable called both input IDs because we will fit this input inside our model or inside our bot. Now to combine the old conversation with the new one, we have to use the torch module, and from this we have to use the concatenation function. Create a set of small brackets, create a set of large brackets. First we have to pass the old chat history. Simply pass this variable chat history IDs, and now we want to combine it with the new input IDs, which is inside this variable input IDs. Now put here comma, and we want to combine these two chats in horizontally. So type dim is equal to -1. Next we have to concatenate the attention mask in the same way. This attention mask tells which input IDs or tokens are the real ones and which ones are the padding. So here create a variable attention mask, and for concatenation we have to use the same function from the torch called cat. Create a set of small brackets, create a set of large brackets. Now create a tensor of ones, so type here torch dot ones. Create a set of small brackets, and the shape of this tensor should be same as the shape of the chat history IDs. So call this variable dot type shape, and the data type of this tensor should be long, so type here torch dot long. Now we have to concatenate or combine this new attention mask with the old one attention mask, so put comma here and call the variable attention mask. Now go outside from the large brackets and type dim or dimension is equal to -1. Else if our chat history is empty, we have nothing to combine, so simply pause in the both input IDs, the input IDs, and in the attention mask simply pass the attention mask. Next, after preparing these input, now it's the time to feed these inputs inside our model in order to generate the response. Then we have to store this new response inside the variable chat history IDs. So call this variable here is equal to call the model variable, and from the model we want to use the generate module in order to generate the response. The first thing we have to pass is the both input IDs. It contains all the past conversation plus the new one. The next variable we have to set is the attention mask. Simply pass your attention mask here. The next variable we have to set is the max length. So we have to tell the model the maximum length of the input plus the generated output. So I am going to pass 1000 here. The bigger this number is, the slower the response of the model is. The next variable we have to set is the pad token ID. This DialoGPT model does not have any separate padding tokens, so it reuses the end of sequence token. So for this you have to call the tokenizer here dot type EOS end of sequence dot dash token dash ID. Next variable we have to set is the do sample variable, and I'm going to make it true. If you make it true, then this model will generate more natural and varied responses. If you make it false, then it will generate the repetitive responsive but faster. The next variable we have to set is the top-k is equal to 50. In this way, it will only consider the top 50 most likely words. If you want more flexibility, you have to set the variable called top-p and set its value to 0.95. So it means now this model chooses the smallest set of words whose probability adds up to the 95%. And the last variable we have to set is the temperature, and this variable controls the randomness. So I'm going to set it 0.75. The lower value means the response will be safer and boring, and the high value means the response will be creative and chaotic. So 0.75 is the best choice. Now after getting our response, which is still in tokens or number format, we have to convert it back into the text format. So here create a new variable called response. Now we have to use the tokenizer to decode it back into the text format. Right now this variable chat history IDs contains all the conversation, the old one plus the new response from the bot. But we want to decode only the new response from the bot, and we have to ignore all the past conversation. So call this variable here, and to slice only the new response, create a set of large brackets, put colon here, comma. Now we have to subtract the old conversation from this history because we only want to decode the new response. So pass this variable here both input IDs, and to get the length of the old conversation you have to pass -1 here and put colon here. Now it will slice only the new response from all the conversation. And our model returns in form of the batch, and to ignore the batch dimension you have to put 0 here inside these big brackets. Put comma here. The last variable we have to set is the skip dash special dash tokens, and we have to make it true. So in this way it will skip the padding tokens and the EOS token, and it will give us back only the right or the real response. Next, after decoding the response into the text, now you can simply print the response as output on the console. Simply type bot here, comma, and the response from the bot. This is it. Now in the end we will go through all of the code. Is everything okay? Here we have miss one equal to sign here. Now rest of the thing looks okay. Now save your file. Now let's talk with our AI chatbot. Open your terminal and type Python and the name of the file and press enter. Here you can type your input, for example, hi, my name is Mr. AI, and press enter. Here we have some error inside our code at line 39. Here to get the length of the old conversation we have to type here dot shape. Now everything is okay. Save your program again. Go back into your terminal and run your program again. Now here again you can type your inputs. Hi, my name is Mr. AI, and press enter. Here we have got the response from the bots. Howdy, I was just wondering if you were one of the people that got one of the new map, lol. Right now this code is running on our CPU. To make it run on our GPU, we have to move this model and all the input tensors on CUDA. So let's create a new variable called device and set this variable to CUDA. Next we have to check if the CUDA is available in our system or not. For this, type if torch.cuda.is-available. If we don't have CUDA in our system, we want to automatically shift it to CPU, so type here else CPU. Now we have to move this model and all the input tensors to the device. For this, simply type here model.to, create a set of small brackets and pass the device variable here. Now it will automatically move this model onto the CUDA if the CUDA is available in our system, otherwise it will automatically shift it to CPU. We have to do the same for the tensors, so copy it from here and paste it for the input IDs here, and also do the same for the tension mask. And here we are also creating a new tensor here in the tension mask, so we have to also shift it onto the CUDA device. The simplest way to do this is create a new variable called history attention is equal to, now create a new tensor on CUDA, so type here torch.once-like, create a set of small bracket, and inside this bracket you have to pass the variable chat history IDs. Just paste it here. Now you have to replace this new tensor with this history attention variable. So copy this variable from here and paste it here. That's it. Now everything will work on our GPU. So go back into your terminal and run your file again. Now here you can write your input again. For example, hi, my name is Alex, and the bot is replying, I would like to buy a vowel. Now let's test it if it remembers the old conversation. Do you know my name? And the bot is replying, no, I am sorry, but I have told you my name is Alex. Now tell me my name. Now he's saying that I'm sorry, it's Alex. So here you can see that it also remembers the old conversation. This is it for today. If you want to learn more about robotics, AI and software development, you can subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the updates of the new uploads. See you next time. Bye bye.